Hello guys, it's Philoxy, and yeah, well, that's actually my first video on the new German BB line. Obviously, I do have a Tirpitz. I've actually bought my Tirpitz when it first came out because I just thought it's a beautiful ship. First of all, when I bought it, I wasn't playing. I'd been playing World of Warships for very long, but I certainly was experienced enough to buy it, as opposed to some others, I think. Well, anyway, I have to say, I think I'm going to keep the Bayern. Now, I have a 16-point captain on it, I think. And at the moment, I'm running with the secondary build. And I'm not so sure if I want to keep that because I th actually I think it would be smarter to go with a concealment build because really, I mean, the guns are great and they have a very good caliber for the tier of ship. Here's an old hull, well, a hull. I'm just checking out if I can see any obvious differences. I like to look at the ships every once in a while. I think they're beautifully crafted in World of Warships. I mean, well, anyway. So, yeah, I'm running with a secondary build. I'm not so sure if that really is the way to go. The amount of secondaries I have are not really that big. And as you can see on the minimap, the first circle that surrounds me is my secondaries. But then again, I really don't know if it's the right way to go with a secondary build on this. I think I will, still work on it a little, and probably I will choose to go with the concealment build. Well, anyway, so I'm thinking I'll give it a try for the Gnevny. Fuso is not just yet in range, so and I get an overpen, which isn't too bad considering that the Gnevny is a very fast ship. Now, this is always if you're not doing the domination one, it's always a bit difficult to see where they put their focus. And I wouldn't really say they might have put their focus here if you go for it. If you look at the mini map, it seems to be we have a bit more going on here than on the other side. But anyway. So, Fuso, very, very, very dangerous ship. Not, it has, yeah, it has a better range. The artillery range is much better than mine, but it's not very accurate, really. It's very, very dangerous when you get closer, and you really have to watch out. And then, of course, in New Mexico, also a very good ship. Difficult to penetrate as well. Well, I thought I'd give it a try here, even I knew I was going to hit most of my shells were going to hit the mountain right in front of me, but I was not lucky there. So anyway, that Bayern of ours chose to go in front of the island. Of course, yeah, it's not very smart because if I mean, they cannot really shoot at the destroyers, or they won't shoot at the destroyers if they have a big, fat, juicy target. So I'm not really supporting him right now, but then again, I don't want to support him right now because I don't want to be the next focus of attention because it will take me another 2 minutes until I'm out of direct firing range. So I know it's not really nice, but sometimes you can't just because somebody chooses to jump off of the bridge, you don't necessarily have to follow. And I can see here that most of them seem to be, or that's, well, not most of them, but they got two tier 6 battleships on this side, and well, I got some good support here with the Aoba that's around here, and the Myoko that's behind me, and then of course two destroyers. Ah, nice. That's what I like about driving a battleship. Every once in a while you get this satisfactory feeling of having scored a citadel hit. Yeah, I'm trying to orientate myself here a little because I really don't know which way is the best for me to go. And a lot of destroyers around. That's always tricky. Now, I have to say, maybe if I would have been a bit faster on the going forward, I might have hit the Fuso because I only had 3k left. So that's really something, I really don't like that. I really don't like to leave ships with nearly no HP alive because they tend to heal up, come around, and inflict more damage. Because that's what I would do. Always wait until they turn. If obviously, if they're smart, they sometimes go back the other way, and you thought they would turn, and then they don't. But then again, if you can start seeing a movement into a certain direction, that's when I start shooting, because I always prefer to shoot a broadside. Well, and then of course he ran aground, which isn't really smart, but it happens to the best of us. And then I'm really hoping for the kill, but well, there you go, the Miyoko took him out. And now you see we got one destroyer, we got the Gnevny there, and I think there were 2 more destroyers. And now I lost the Miyoko, which is not really nice, because I need that for support. So I saw 1 destroyer to my starboard side, and Nuremberg. Always a nice, big, fat, juicy citadel. But only, of course, if you're capable of aiming, which seemingly I'm not. Well, anyway, so I can see 1 destroyer off on my starboard side. There's another one. And I have I think more or less full health New Mexico in front of me. Yep. Now, the New Mexico is a tricky ship because it's got the all or nothing citadel protection. So that means if you want to, I can shoot him on the right into the hull on the waterline, but generally speaking, you don't tend to do as much damage as you would like to, especially if he starts angling. So what I try to do instead, not on the first shot, I didn't try to do it there, but on the other shots, I just go into the superstructure because, you can see 8,000 damage. Hey, I'll take it for just 4 shells. It wasn't even much more shells. So what I'm trying to do here is because I can see, well, the Ognivoy has a range with its torpedoes of 4 kilometers. So that's why I'm just trying to keep my distance, because if they hit, they are heavy hitting. Now, the reason why I'm trying to get into his citadel again is because if he's turning starboard, then he's exposing his starboard side, and that's normally when you start to get the citadel hits. Now, I don't really think I hit him in the bottom citadel. I think here I hit the New Mexico on a barbette. It's the armored part below the turret. So it was more or less, let's be honest, it was a lucky shot. So I'm just really trying to inflict as much damage as I can while evading these destroyers. And again, I really don't know if I have to go with a secondary build. I don't think it would have made any difference if I had it or not. Well, anyway, again, trying to evade the torpedoes, and fortunately that frigate took out the other destroyer. Now, keep yourself angled, that's always very important. Painful. And close. And I really don't want to die, especially not to a ship that only has 4,000 health left. There you go. Again, I didn't try to go for the citadel, I just went straight into the superstructure. Now, what I didn't see here, because I was still focusing the ships that were to the south of me, was that somebody started capping. And that's really something that happens every once in a while. You go, hey, we got this down pat, we win this. And then one sneaky little destroyer starts to cap and nobody's around to stop him and then you lose. And those are like the ones that I really hate because you think, you've done a good job and then well, somebody outsmarts you. Not really outsmarts, but he's just doing what's right. So just destroying ships isn't just it. Well, you see, we left the Fuso pretty much at the beginning of the game with 3,000 health, and now it has 13. Well, that was nice. The Minikaze took out the Bayern very nicely. Now, and still, I'm completely unaware of someone capping because I'm focusing on the Fuso. You get my high caliber award, something that I really always appreciate to get. Just trying to figure out. Sometimes when I close in with the zoom on my shells, I'm just trying to figure out what direction the ship is seemingly going to. Sometimes I'm also trying to find out just where his turrets are turned towards. He's coming back around, so that's always a nice way of trying to get a citadel. Oh, he's shooting HE, the destroyer. Well, that should be it then. And right now I'm just thinking, hey, we better get into the cap. And fortunately, the Kiev managed to get there on time. I mean, this is like as close as you can get. And I'm spotted now, and I'm not so sure if he's at the bit that's that's just like on my port side between me and the Kiev, on the part that the Kiev cannot see. Probably the Kiev would have spotted him. Anyway, you sit there and you go, oh no, please don't cap this. Don't. You have such. I mean, I dealt 112,000 damage, so I don't want to lose this one on the last ship being smarter than us. But then, of course, he kind of reveals his position by shooting from just behind that island, right in front of me. And here come the torps. That Kiev did a good job. I actually did not commend him. I just realized next time I should do that. Always commend players. I think it's always a nice thing to do because, it is a team effort and you can't really do shit if you're alone out there. And we would have lost it if it weren't for the Kiev. So I really should have commended him. There he is. Can't shoot at him, but we should win this now. Because if he doesn't strike a lucky hit... Yep. Very nice. Now, here are the stats. Just a brief overview. I don't know why the resolution is low. Anyway, now, as you can see, 112,000 damage. Generally speaking, nothing spectacular, but something you can always achieve with a Bayern if you play it well. And really, remember, guys, it's a brawler. It's not a sniper, okay? I mean, basically, at the end, I went in to get what I have. And, I'm not saying rush, but don't try to play it from the rear of the map. And have fun. Enjoy the game. See you later, guys.